Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Myra, and we're doing a story time today. Y'all, this is sad story time, and I don't even want to speak on it really, but somebody has to speak on it, okay? Somebody has to speak on it, and it's gonna be me. It's gotta be somebody, okay? Okay. So, because I'm looking at my grandma picture right now, and it's just like about to bring me to tears. Anyway, let me show y'all my grandma. It's my grandma. Okay. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about how, let me just again. How I got fired from Amazon going to my grandma's funeral. It really sucks, y'all. It really sucks. So, so with Amazon, right, we have this app called HZ. So you could punch in, punch out. You can use your personal time, your vacation time, and every other time they got on there. You can also use bereavement for 3 paid days of bereavement. And at this point, I had low time going around. I had low time on my UPT, which is unpaid personal time. So my UPT balance was like I want to say it was around 5 to 3 hours. I don't remember because this was in 2019. So it was around 5 or 3 hours of UPT time in my account. So I put in bereavement for my grandma's funeral because when I heard she was passing away, like, I was already prepared to just go. I didn't care if I had to work that day or not because, like, y'all, I love this woman. Like, that was my favorite grandmother. Like, no funny shit. That was my favorite grandmother. And I know my other grandma gonna be mad, but I don't care. That was my favorite grandma. Y'all, she had to do so much stuff. Like, nobody even knew. Like, and it's just so sad because I lived with my grandma for a whole year not knowing her condition and what was going on with her, and she just kept it quiet. Like, I was so mad because I didn't know whether to be mad or sad, because after I heard the news, I was like, no, y'all fucking playing around with me. Stop playing with me, like, because that's not fucking something to joke about. And then, like, it's like a couple days after I heard the news, boom, she gone. Like, what the fuck? Like, and it's so sad because, like, when I went to the funeral, they was like, the last name she called was my name, and I'm like, why was she calling my name for? I didn't understand, but at the same time, I was, like, confused, sad, mad, because she didn't say anything to me. Like, I was literally sleeping on my grandma's floor, going to school every day, and that wasn't too long ago. I'm only 20. Like, that wasn't too long ago. I was going to high school down the street from her house, from her apartment building, walking every day, coming back home, back to her house every day, because I lived with her for like a year. And I'm just like, I never saw any type of signs. I never saw no type of medication. Like, I was just so confused. Like, and I was just really in shock, honestly, because it's just something that you would think that you could prepare yourself for, because the person, you already knew what the person has, you know. But the person didn't say nothing for years, and nobody knew, not even her sons. Like, and I'm just like baffled. Like, how long have you been dealing with this? Cause like my grandma, like she was already. Oh my god, yo, it just made me so sad. Cause I had arguments with this lady multiple times while living with her, and I would take back all the arguments that I ever argued with her about. And it was over like little stuff, like going to the store for her, walking with her somewhere. Like, that shit, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I still can't like fully figure out what happened. Like, so anyway, y'all, I'm on the road already. We're about, it take like 16 hours to get to New Jersey from North Carolina in a car. So we're about a couple hours in. It's nighttime, and we're in the car driving down, and I get a phone call from ERC, which is what is ERC again? I forgot what ERC is, but it's a fucking, basically it's a line that you call when you need help with something on A to Z or in your job general. But anyway, oh, Employee Resource Center, that's what it is. They called me and they were like, you're terminated because your balance of UPT has went into the negative. So I was like, how is that possible? And I'm using bereavement. You know, I got 3 days. Like, come on. Why y'all taking my UPT time out? And she was just like, oh, because you didn't work this day, such and such and such. I just felt at that time my whole life was falling apart, honestly. My grandma just passed away. I applied for bereavement. They didn't take it. Instead, they took my UPT time, which they know if they take that I could possibly get fired. It was just like, damn, now I don't got a job too. Like, what else could go wrong? Like, I just kept thinking, like, what else is about to happen? Like, are we about to get stuck out here in New Jersey? Like, which was fine because I'm from New Jersey, but it was just like, I haven't been there so long. Like, I know a lot has changed because when I went down there, a lot has changed. And it's just like, I don't know, y'all. It was the worst day ever. Like, and then it's like, the way I got the call about her death was just like, they didn't give a fuck about telling me. And I'm not trying to say this about the person that told me about my grandma's death. I'm not trying to say anything about them or bash them, but I was just expecting like them to let me, I don't know. It just, the way that it was presented to me was like, oh girl, you lying. Like, but it wasn't, I just wish I would have got the news from somebody else, because the person that told me the news doesn't really have emotion like that, I guess. And the love I got from my grandmother was like real hard, like real strong. Like, we was always talking on the phone, even when she came down here, because she was in North Carolina. I don't know what happened, because I was gonna go visit her. She was in, I think she was by Charlotte, I'm not sure, but she was down here where I stayed at, and I had plans to go see her and visit her, see what she was doing. And all of a sudden, like, I'm calling her, like, this is weekly, I believe. I'm calling her weekly, and she just sounded real different. I'm talking to her about, like, simple basic stuff, like, oh, what you do today, like, how was your day, like simple stuff. And then I could hear it in her voice, like she was slurring all her words, like as if you've been drinking a lot. She was just, all her words were just slurred, and she kept forgetting stuff that I said 5 seconds ago. Like, I would literally say, like say, Grandma, what you doing? And then she'd be like, nothing. And then I don't know. I wouldn't say what you doing. I would just ask like a bunch of questions, because I knew something was wrong with her, because she was talking weird. And I know how my grandmother talks. I know how she talks. I just kept asking a bunch of questions just to keep her on the phone, just so I could keep hearing her say stuff. But every time I asked her a question, hey, go in the room. Sorry, y'all. Every time I asked her a question, she would forget. Like, she would answer me, but we'd be talking about something, and then she'll be like, what you doing? Or she'll ask me a question that I've already answered to her multiple times. It's like she was very forgetful, and that was the first thing that I knew that something was wrong with her, because my grandma, she was never like that. She always remembered everything, and I don't know, like, it was just so crazy to me. But yeah, so the ERC called me and said that I was terminated from the job. So I knew when I got back home that I wasn't gonna be working for a couple of days or weeks until, I got back into work. So I went to my grandma's funeral, and I saw all her family, all the family that I ever saw, together, and I saw all her friends, her sisters, brothers, like, and people I didn't even seen before. They was there. It was a real sad day, because my grandma, she had a lot of people that liked her. Like, she was really loved. And she had an open casket. All I could see was the side of her body and her face and her hair. But I didn't go up to the casket because I was scared. I was scared to see my grandma like that. because I knew she wasn't sleeping. I was used to seeing her sleep because, you know, I slept next to her for a year. But I knew it wasn't going to look the same because, I don't know, like, dead bodies don't look the same as when you sleeping. They look totally different. But, yeah, and plus I had my baby with me, and I didn't want him to see her like that. I also didn't go to her burial site because I didn't want to see them put my grandma in the ground. Like, I didn't want it to feel like it was over, you know. Funeral services seem like really fast nowadays. I don't know. I just didn't want to picture my grandma like that in my head. So, yeah. I didn't want to see my grandma like that, but I wish I would have, you know, I wish I would have just been better for her, because honestly, the arguments we had wasn't worth it. Me being a spoiled ass teenager and doing whatever I want wasn't worth it. It's just like, I just feel like that should never happen, you know. I feel like if I would have known, maybe I could have helped in some type of shape, way, or form. I don't know, like, I just don't understand, like, cause y'all, I'm saying, like, every single day that I went to school, she would already be up, and a service bus would come pick her up, and she told me that she had to go to work. And I'm like, but where could you, because y'all, my grandma was blind, so I'm just thinking in my head, like, where can blind people work? You can't see anything, so I mean, I know it has to be jobs out here that blind people could work, but it's like, God, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. That wasn't that type of bus for that. Like, that was like the type of buses that elderly people use to travel to places like hospitals or dialysis, or that was that type of bus. So it just got me thinking about stuff that happened in the past. Like, it just got me thinking, like, no, like, was you really going to see a doctor? Like, I don't know, it's just so crazy to me, because everything seems so fine, and then everybody just started dying, and it's just like, I don't like death around me, you know, because I feel like it's only a matter of time. I know everybody has to go, but it's like, damn, I'm not used to it, so it's just like, why though? Like, why? It be just sometimes just, oh my goodness, y'all, I'm not even trying to get down like that. I'm not even trying to get down and deep and personal about this, but damn, y'all, it just be feeling like we just living to freaking die. And I know we are, but it's like, dang, I don't like that feeling. But what can you do about it? I miss my grandmother, but fuck Amazon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you are looking for a job, I do not recommend Amazon. Please do not go to Amazon. But But if you really, 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 really have to, like I really, 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 really have to, go. It's quick cash. That's all it is. Hard labor, quick cash. And yeah, I don't recommend Amazon for anybody. I'm sorry, because it's just not something that you would want to do for years. And I know people that been in there for years, and they're not going nowhere. They're stuck, and I don't want to be that type of person. So why I work at Amazon is to better my credit, pay my rent, and that's about it. You know, other than that, yeah, I will definitely get another job. Right now, I'm about to start doing classes for nursing, and I'm trying to look into being a life insurance salesperson, but I don't know yet, y'all. So y'all just gonna have to bear with me and see where my life takes me. And all this while I'm doing YouTube. I'm gonna be a busy mother freaking bee. Okay? But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. You know, I'm sorry this was a sad I'm sorry this was a sad story time, but I just had to get that off my chest because Amazon been fucking up. But they have changed it now. So now you get 20 UPT hours. I guess that was supposed to make everything better. I don't know. But now it's 20. It was 10. Now it's 20. So yeah, they're changing a lot around there. But if you want to work there, go ahead, boo, do you. But I don't suggest it. Not as your first job. And not as a job, period. Sorry. It is what it is. Okay. Alright, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And thank you for watching. I love all my 114 subscribers. Y'all about to make me cry because I know that's not a lot, but I still appreciate y'all, and I'm still gonna be giving y'all motherfucking videos out there. Okay, but yeah, look out for my next video. Bye.